from Art Center College of Design, where we now have a new entertainment design department. So I'm just going to give you a little quick background of myself, so maybe that you know who to direct the design questions to. Not so much on the filmmaking side, but definitely on the front end of the world creation that we just spoke about this morning. And so this is my first piece of archived concept art. Age, I don't know, 4 maybe. So I'm just going to give you a quick 9 slides background. So this would be, I was hoping it would show there, I have to turn around each time. So I started my career as an industrial designer, and industrial design has been a great breeding ground for a long, long time for concept designers for entertainment. So a lot of the things that you see in feature animation, live action films, video games, have been created by industrial designers who've then crossed over into the entertainment world. So I think that when we get into this discussion about reality and hyper-reality, it's now that we can do anything, have we gone too far? What are we gonna, what does the audience expect? I think ultimately what we come back to is, in especially science fiction movies where people want to see a vision of the future, maybe we take this production bicycle for Kestrel versus something like this, which is much more thematic for sort of related back to the Minority Report work that I did with Alex a little bit, the bicycles for that. What do people want and expect is very, very important. But back to the point of, it's going to always come back to story. I lost my train of thought there because I'm turning around looking at slides. Oh, there it is now. I can see it. Good. Okay. So I think that industrial designers have a long, long history of creating all the stuff to round out that world. And as you do either a good job at that or a poor job of that, the audience is either satisfied that they saw the airplane that really was to their expectation and beyond, because maybe it was enhanced a little bit, and that comes into, now that we have this option to recreate reality, there's also the chance to enhance reality so that it shows better on screen. And so I think that there's that opportunity to do that where people will be satisfied. I think that people that do it poorly or don't put enough effort into the front end design, then the audience becomes disappointed strictly in the visuals that are conveyed and to their expectation. So this would be another range of things I've done. This is a little Hot Wheel. There's some concept art. So I should give, I guess, a little bit more background. And graduated from Art Center College of Design 20 years ago. I hate to say, almost 20 years ago, and then went from industrial design through to toys, theme parks, video games, and feature films, animation, sort of touched on a lot of different things. It always comes back to me for industrial design. About 5 years ago, started a publishing company, Design Studio Press, which you can't miss, thanks to Alex out there next to registration, where we've published now about 24 books on concept art, the process of concept design, featuring personal artist work, art of game books, art of movie books, things of that nature. And I've also been heavily involved in education for 13, 14 years now, and have co-published about 50 or 60 educational DVD titles and have done 9 of my own with the Gnomon Workshop. And more recently, have taken a position at Art Center College of Design, as I mentioned before, as the chair of entertainment design, which is a new department, which I wrote the curriculum for about 3 years ago. So that's now taken off officially this fall, entered our very first term class. We have about 120 students in our department with the focus entirely on concept design for 4 years. So it's all the front end creation of working with writers, directors, producers, trying to come up with, if you're handed that treatment, that script, how do you go to making the best airplane for that story? And realizing that all that content into 3 dimensions, whether it be characters, environments, vehicles, props, for any time period. So it's a very, very intensive program about pretty much concept design for 4 straight years. The last thing that I do is we've simply put IP creation. So this is a little thing from an upcoming book. So when I'm not doing books and teaching and chairing up at Art Center during summers, we like to team up with writers and producers and directors and co-develop new intellectual properties for games, movies, books, graphic novels, whatever it might be. So this is just one piece from an upcoming book. So we like to do that as well. Sort of, if anybody knows the Skillful Huntsman book, we recreate that experience with a team of students, myself art directing with, good writers, very experienced producers to do some really fun IP development. And that's kind of the latest thing that we're doing for about a third of the year. So that's sort of it for me.